stage.
All right, thank you, Slate. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I'm not able to share my screen. So, Noah, would you be able to give me some screen sharing privilege?
So it's similar to the setup with giving the recording privileges. If you go to participants next to Tori's name, and then to more, it should be like a co-host. That's the.
I see it.
I can't wait to be back in person because
Okay.
I keep messing up my own screen. Okay, cool. So, there we go. Can you guys see it? Okay, throwback. Woohoo! So pretty much I'm the table topics master, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is ask questions. There should be enough for everyone. I think there's enough for everyone. And you just give a 1 to 2 minute impromptu speech. I'm just going to ask the question and call on someone if there's no one who wants to volunteer after 10 seconds. But of course, I'll go with an experienced speaker first. I'm not going to throw anyone out there. So here we go. All right, what part of elementary school do you wish you could incorporate into your adult life, i.e. math time? Yes, Scott, you got it.
Yeah. Oh, all right. All right. Well, thanks very much for that, Tori. So, all right. Well, so what part of elementary school do I want to incorporate in my adult life? Well, looking back on elementary school, I would say it was much more a much more simpler time where it was easier to socialize with people, where you didn't have any complications when you got onto middle school, especially when you get onto high school. As far as, so sometimes it's all right to hang out with guys some of the times, and sometimes it's all right to hang out with them. Some other times people weren't completely busy with their own schedules, and that's one thing I do miss about elementary school, not having to have so many responsibilities, where you can have time to yourself, and most importantly, time to hang out with friends. Heck, even make new friends. So that'd be one thing I wish I could have again in my adult life. Just the time to make friends and not have to worry about having a care in the world. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, totally agree. I wish I was sipping on a juice box right now, or Capri Sun, or I don't know, whatever else we, drink in middle school or elementary school. All right, thank you, Scott. All right, next. Oh, it's not gonna go. Oh, okay. What Disney or cartoon character did you look up to as a kid or want to be, and why? It could be, Jack Sparrow or anyone else that you can think of. I'm like scrolling through. I'm like, is anyone raising their hand?
I mean, I guess I could do it.
Yeah, you got it.
So the cartoon character that I looked up to, so I didn't really have many cartoon figures as role models, but if I had one, I think Tarzan's really up there, because I was just thinking about this, looking at the question, right? So Tarzan, this man, he can do all these vine swinging, can talk to animals, he's incredibly strong because he's in the wild, is able to work out, and it's just he can fight gorillas and all this stuff, right? So he's just the definition of a outdoorsy guy, I guess, right? So I feel that's really an inspiration to be jacked and be swinging from vines and being able to do a lot of these things that I wouldn't normally be able to do. So it's kind of the antithesis of me, but yeah, I sort of look at Tarzan every now and then. It just in my dreams a little bit. I just can imagine myself swinging through vines and stuff. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I totally agree. I would use the word granola for him. I feel like he's very, outdoorsy type of guy. All right, so nice. Who is the best grade school teacher you ever had and why? If you don't want to drop names, you don't have to. I was going to do worst at first, but then I was like, probably should do best. All right, Slate, you got it.
All right. So I will definitely drop names. My best grade school teacher I ever had, it would be in 3rd grade. I had a teacher, it went by the name Mr. Sowie. Now, in 3rd grade, I actually lived in California. This was Coronado, California. And he was simply just the most fun and engaging teacher you could ever have. My older brother actually had him before me, so I knew what was coming, and I was like, oh man, I hope for that 3rd grade teacher when I was the previous year, I get Mr. Sowie, because I've heard, he just does all sorts of fun activities, and he had this system. He called them Sowie bucks. You would churn in sort of assignments and extra credit, and you would earn Sowie bucks. It was just his name, it's just a silly little name he gave it, but it was just a really great motivator. And so naturally, I was going after those Sowie bucks. And I remember I had like a few of them at the end of the year. And it was kind of funny. At the end of the year, all I spent it on was actually an extra slice of pizza at our end of the school year party. So I don't know if that worked out in my favor, but I definitely engaged more and did all my assignments and not more. And second, he just taught all the best activities. There's this, I don't know if this was familiar here in Georgia, but he had a game called Around the World. It was where you would simply do your times tables, but it was just something to look forward to. And naturally, the way he just taught it and set it up every day, I aced it. I would win over and over, to the point my classmates were just like, please, we don't want to play with Slate around here anymore from Around the World. But I would definitely say Mr. Sowie. I haven't seen him in years, so I hope he's doing great. Those are just a few of the reasons why Mr. Sowie was my best grade school teacher. Thank you, Tori.
Thank you, Slate. Wow, he sounds like a really cool guy. I wish I was friends with him. Get me some Sally bucks. Thank you, Slate. All right. So, next one. What was your favorite Halloween costume you wore as a child and why? Oh, not that. Anyone feeling it? Anyone got any good Halloween costumes?
I can go.
Yeah, you got it.
So when I was a child, I don't know what it was with our family, but my brother, he was born the day after Halloween. So for some, it'd be a great opportunity, get to, as your birthday party or celebration or whatever, right? You get to stay up late at night, get the candy, and walk everywhere with your friends. And we did that for his maybe first couple of birthdays until he was 5 or so. But then we stopped because my mom's reasoning was, okay, like when you guys get older, I want you guys to remember your brother's birthday for him, right? And not for all the candy, which, well-intentioned, I suppose. And with his birthday being the day after Halloween, you can get discounted candy. So there was a couple of years in between where we stopped dressing up. But when I got into high school, there was a volunteer opportunity with my church to set up like a trunk and treat kind of different stations for the kids. And around that time was when Star Wars was coming back, and they were releasing the new sets of trilogy movies. And so I was like, wow, perfect opportunity, right? So I kind of went a little bit overboard to compensate for the years that I wasn't able to dress up. So I dressed up as a stormtrooper, where I had this really cool like hat with like the stormtrooper glasses and a shirt that had like this stormtrooper face on it, and even these leggings that kind of like looked, they were like part of like a stormtrooper suit. And we decorated it was very minimal decorations, by using a bed sheet putting some string lights and having glow balloons and decorating them as R2-D2. So it was really great fun having everyone come by and play our makeup games to get the candy that we gave them. So that's been really memorable for me.
Thank you, Trisha. You sound like, I feel like you would be like such a great party planner. Like, I'm gonna put you in charge of all my things that I have to plan. But thank you. I think I dressed my dog up as Yoda during the trilogy things that you're talking about. So I got you. All right. So next one. Which celebrities do you want to be like as a kid? I.e., Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, etc., etc. Anyone have a favorite celebrity? Justin, do you want to take this one?
I don't, but if I'm being voluntold, I will.
Okay. How about maybe Noah then? What about Noah? Do you want to take it?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Let's see. Oh, those choices. Okay, but let's see, celebrity. I don't know. I didn't really have any celebrities that I looked up to. I was more of a sports person. So I looked at like a lot of boxers and bodybuilders. So my favorite was Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's because of his work ethic and his mindset, and him being an immigrant and coming to the United States, and being able to be Mr. Olympia by the time he was just 20 years old, and still making it through college and still having a part-time construction job. I mean, it just shows like how the power of the mind can get you to do anything if you just put everything in and be relentless. And so he's like one of the persons I've always looked at as a kid, or looked up to as a kid.
Solid answer. I love him too. He's really a very inspirational guy. And he played Terminator, so like that makes it even better. All right, next one. Thank you, Noah. What were your favorite TV shows growing up and why? I guess it's kind of similar, like celebrity TV shows. Wizards of Waverly Place.
I can take this one.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay. I had a few TV shows that were my favorite growing up. Wizards of Waverly Place was definitely one of them. I just love fantasy stuff. I'm generally still into fantasy books. So Wizards of Waverly Place was really fun. The humor was on point. There was this one episode with this elf that ate chocolate and then went crazy. And it was just really funny. I also love The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. And I wanted to be Zach. I thought it'd be fun to crawl through ventilation shafts and skip school and do everything else. In reality, I was more like Cody. I was like, I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't. At least until middle school when I stopped doing homework, because I thought homework was a waste of time. And it was, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. I still should have done it. And I would say my last favorite show I got into later on in life. I really enjoyed Drake and Josh. It was such a good show. And it was so funny. Again, the brother dynamic, it's just really fun to watch and sort of imagine and see play out. And yeah. And then of course, when I was a young kid, it was Blue's Clues. No one can beat Blue's Clues. It was amazing. He had the male song and mail time, mail. And then, my favorite thing about him was, or her, I actually don't know what gender that dog was supposed to be, which is bad. But anyway, the Blue's Clues, my favorite thing was when Blue would go. So anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I was obsessed with The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, like the game that you would play. They would like go up the elevator. I think it was an elevator, or they were on a cruise ship, maybe. I don't know, but it was really fun. That's all I remember.
It was a hotel or something, right? I love that. Wasn't it like a hotel or something?
Was it a hotel?
That was the first one. Then there was Sweet Life on Deck, which was the cruise ship one. And that was like when they were in high school and they're like going around.
Yeah. I just remember It was the twins, and that's what I remember. I need to go find those games again, seriously. All right, next question. What was the best vacation or school trip that you went on as a kid? I know that my high school went like to the Chattahoochee River as a school trip, so I don't really beat that if you can. How about Courtney? Do you want to go ahead and give it a try?
Sure, I'll give it a try. Hey, everybody. So the best trip I went on as a child was definitely when I went to Italy with my family. It was an amazing trip. We went and saw all of the great spots. We went to, why am I forgetting the name of the city that's going underwater right now? But we went and saw the 16th Chapel. And, you know, my father is kind of a crazy person on vacation. So we went to like 10 different, you know, sites in a day pretty much, and waited in really long lines. But it was definitely a life-changing trip. I definitely appreciate traveling as a child. I think that really just shaped me and made me want to travel now as an adult. I also, my mom is Cuban, and I also got to go to Cuba with my family, and we got to go see the house where my grandmother and her family were raised, and we, you know, got to eat a lot of amazing food at both trips. And I've always been, you know, a lover of going out and seeing nature, and so we got to go visit, you know, the jungles there, and we learned so much about how, you know, Cuba is incredibly environmental, just because, you know, they you know, consider a lot of their natural spaces to be sacred in a lot of ways. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. Yeah, Italy is, my mom is actually from Italy, so it's funny that you brought up Italy, but I wish I could go. I mean, it sounds like such a great place to go, but that's so much fun. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Courtney. I don't know why I put this one in here. If you have a nickname, share it and how you got it, if you have one. My parents call me Boo Boo. I don't know if that's...
Can I go again? Because I really have something.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. I don't think many people here will believe this because I am extremely white, look like a ghost. My nickname growing up for a short time when I went to a certain school was Slickback, which I still don't know how they got that name, but the reason that they gave me one is I used to freestyle rap. So we'd all gather around in a circle, and there were these kids rapping one day, and they weren't very good. And I just thought, you know, I bet I could come up with something really awesome and crush them. So I came up, and that's what I did. And after that, first they started calling me Skittles because I like Skittles. Again, no idea where that came from, but then it moved to Slickback, and it's stuck. And I can still meet any of those people today, and they will call me Slickback. So it's pretty amazing, and I still have some bars. So I'm a little rusty, but I can get back into it. So if anyone ever wants to hear me freestyle, I'm totally here for it, and we can have a rap battle in a circle, maybe at UGA this fall. So thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you, Justin. That's so funny you brought that up because I was going to say, I want to see you freestyle. So when we get back in person, we'll have someone, someone who's a lot better at rapping than I am, but we'll do like a little freestyle when we get back in session. Thank you, Justin. All right. What was your favorite candy as a kid compared to your favorite candy now? Kimberly, do you want to take a stab at this one?
Sure. I think my favorite candy as a kid was Airheads, but yeah, okay, so my favorite candy as a kid was Airheads, mainly because it was colorful and it was, I don't know, I just like the taste of it. And now I don't think I have a favorite candy. Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite candy right now. I probably like chocolate more, so. I'm sorry, I don't have a memory associated with this, so. I have no memory associated with candy, so.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I was about to say it's probably hard to choose right now, because maybe you have too many candies to pick from. But what kind of like chocolate do you like?
I just like dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, yeah. Do you get like the Godiva ones? Is that one of the better ones?
Do I like the what?
Like Godiva, or what are some other candy chocolate names? I can't think of any right now.
Twix, Reese's Pieces,
Twix, Reese's. Oh my gosh. By far best. But thank you, Kimberly.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, so I think this might be the last question, but I think this was the last one. So what was the best game to play during recess? Tag, house, or something else? I tried to, sorry, my computer's like messing up right now. But Lewis, do you want to go ahead and take, I guess, the last one?
I don't know what house is, but my favorite game was tag. We'd always chase everybody around. I think besides that, it was Foursquare, and
yeah. Did you play it at camp, or was it? I don't know. I would usually play Foursquare at camp or Nine Square. Did you do Nine Square?
I think we did. Yeah.
It's like made it like a lot. I don't know, like included more people, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you go to like any camp games by any chance? Did you go to like a camp when you were a kid?
I did, like the Y.
Okay, cool. Well, did you guys play like any kind of other games there? I'm trying to think of some other ones. Dodgeball.
Red Rover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think isn't that what you run across, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess it's kind of like a better version of tag. Or I guess maybe freeze tag. I think that was the last question, maybe. I think so. Okay, so now we are, I don't have good. Sorry, technical difficulties. How do I, okay, there, I figured it out. I was like, how do I stop sharing? Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and vote on the best topics or impromptu speech. Timer, was everybody in time?
Yes. Sourin was a little bit under. He was at 49 seconds, but that was within like the prior 15-second grace period, so at 45 seconds. But yes, everyone is in time.
Okay, perfect. So we are gonna go ahead, I'll give like 45 seconds, just kind of send over like privately to Trisha your first and second choice of who you thought, yes, yeah, to Trisha, and then
or we can send to Noah because he's not.
Noah.
If you feel comfortable, Noah, you can do it.
Okay, yeah, I can do it.
All right, yeah, send it to
Scratch
Noah.
that. Yeah, scratch that. Send it to Noah, first and second choice.
Can we have a reminder of what things
Yeah,
were?
and Tori, you can read out Trisha wrote out what everyone's topics were.
Oh, yeah. So Scott was the elementary. Wait, you said times or read out?
Yeah, you got it. The person
I was like, the
topic,
times? I was like,
what the
oh,
topic was. I might have misspoke.
No, you're good. So Scott was part of elementary school. Sourin he was talking about Tarzan. Slate was talking about Mr. Sally and Sally Bucks. Fisher was talking about Star Wars, Halloween costumes, best planner ever. Noah was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, best, perfect spelling, Trisha. And Justin was talking about Wizards of Waverly Place, Drake and Josh. Courtney talked about her family trip to Italy. Beautiful place. And then Justin talked about his nickname Slickback. Kimberly talked about her favorite candy, which was Airheads at the time. And Lewis talked about the best game, tag, and Foursquare. So now we're going to, I think I gave about 40 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to our Toastmaster Slate, and then he is going to introduce the general evaluator and also the first evaluator. So Slate, go ahead and take the stage.
Thank you, Tori. All right, and also as we're transitioning to our third and final section of the meeting, you can also leave feedback, just like we gave a chance to leave feedback for the speakers. For Tori is table topic master today. And as you saw, her role was to prepare those questions, prepare the presentation or visual aid, and yeah, you can just give me feedback if you liked her theme, thought she did a great job, if you thought she could add something else. And again, you can make sure you're doing to the specifying who you're sending that to. It's Tori. All right, and on to our final section. So our general evaluator today is Scott, and he'll tell you all about the evaluation section. Scott, you can take the stage.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thanks very much, Sling. Hey there, you guys. So I'm going to be the general evaluator today, just giving feedback on the meeting overall. And at this time, I'd like to introduce our first and really our only evaluator for tonight, Noah. As far as what Noah's feedback is on Sourin's speech. So take it from here, Noah.